Hey girl, what's up? Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the channel, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and hold on and talk about Married to Medicine. This episode of Married to Medicine, I think it's episode 3. So this is excuse me, y'all. So Contessa is having her 49th birthday party, and she is planning everything. She has everything together, or somewhat, and she's planning her 49th birthday party. She done spent $40,000 on it, and as you can see in the episode, I think so Toya meets up with Contessa while Contessa is walking around the streets of Atlanta looking like a broke down Foxy Brown. She's invested in Party City, and she's not ashamed of it. So anyway, so she's walking down the street in her pimps down, hoes up, a hoes down, pimps up outfit. And then they go into the venue. She and Toya meet at the venue, and she is telling Toya, and she tells Toya, or either the wedding planner or whoever, that she done spent $40,000 on this party. Toya about had a conniption and was like, "Girl, you spending $40,000 for what?" Out of all people, we know that Toya like to spend money. So if Toya is saying you spending too much money for your birthday, I'm shocked. And like, well, maybe Contessa need to, reel it back. But it's Contessa money, so let her go and do what she want to do. It's her 49th birthday party. And she's never had a party before, and she's throwing her own party, but she wishes her husband, Scott, would throw her a party. Now, she telling the whole entire world that she wish Scott would throw her a party and plan this party for her, but he not. But I don't know why she ain't telling Scott this. And then she get mad when the people say something. But anyway, we're gonna keep on going. But so anyway, she is planning this party, and so her and Toya are talking about that, and then they're talking about everybody coming together and having fun. She just want a good night, and just with her girls and everybody else and they people, and have fun. So I think then it goes to, I might be skipping around, y'all. So then I know the date of the party, or the morning of the party, she meets up with Brandy. Brandy comes in and helps her, get some stuff in the place. I was just saying, like, for $40,000, I don't know how in the hell Contessa is wheeling something into the building, stacks of whatever, boxes and everything into the building, and then her and Brandy there helping her. For $40,000, girl, you should be able to just walk in that mug. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so she's wheeling things in, and Scott is there to help her. And anyway, so that's what they're doing. And I mean, no, Scott is not there to help her, but he did get the cupcakes. But I just think that if you spend all that money, you should not be doing all of this stuff for your party. You should, whoever you done paid this $40,000 to, that's who should be paying for your party. But anyway, so what else happened? So the girls, everybody comes to her party, and she's dressed up in, I don't know if she looking like Cher or broke down USA, Miss USA model or whatever. So the girls are asking Contessa, why you having this players ball party / casino party / whatever, a balloon party, because that's what it looked like, a balloon party. Anyway, so they're like, yeah, why are you, why you dressed like that? Contessa like, girl, because it's my party. Which it is, girl. It's your party, child. And you do what you want to do at your party, okay? Because I'm going to do what I want to do at everybody's party. Anyway, so the ladies are talking, and then I think Mimi asked how you feel. Her and Tori was asking how you feel knowing that Scott ain't did nothing or whatever for your party or whatever, or would you have liked Scott to do something? And she was like, well, I'm fine. I planned this party for myself and this, that, and the other, da 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 da. And then so they was like, okay, whatever. Well, they know that what Contessa has been saying on the sidelines to them and in front of them or whatever, to Toya, to Brandy or whatever. Oh, another thing Contessa said to Brandy was that, how you start in the beginning is how you teach your man how to, treat you. And this is the consensus for through the group, because Simone ends up saying this later on a couple of times. So anyway, so Contessa get mad at the ladies because the ladies, she gonna tell the ladies that they sexist or whatever. And I don't think that if you're the oppressed society that you can be the sexist. You may succumb to those building blocks that have been formed in society, but that doesn't mean that you are the person that's doing the oppressing. So I didn't like that she was saying that the ladies were sexist. The ladies are only doing what's being oppressed upon them through this society, and that is men are providers. And that's not just with the society in the United States. That's just society all around, that men are providers that I know of. Now, I know a little bit about some of almost everything. I don't know everything, but just what I done seen around the world, and that men throughout the world are providers. Okay? Maybe just not in the USA. But maybe just not in some of our cultures or whatever, for the majority nowadays. But so I just disagree with Contessa when she says that or whatever. It's not that they're being sexist. I mean, like, biblically, that is what a man does, is provide. So I was like, why are you trying to throw stuff on the women who are oppressed, and you're a woman who's oppressed, supposedly? Why would you then throw that in their face? But we're speaking about Contessa, who always complains about her man, but never wants her friends to repeat the things that she say. Even when she the one that's saying them all the time. Anyway, so Contessa don't want them talking about her husband or whatever, but what else is new? Girl, you shut up, like Heavenly said. If you don't want us talking about your husband, be quiet. Suck it up. Because that's what you chose. Anyway, so that's just how I feel. And Contessa just gets on my nerves. And then for her to act the way she acted at Brandy's birthday party was trifling to me. And it says a lot about her character to me, which is piss poor. Anyway, so so Contessa, she had a nice party and all of that good stuff. Then we're here at Brandy's party, which is just a dinner party for the girls. They come in to dinner, they come and have dinner and drinks, and she hanging out with her girls. And her husband told her, go and have fun with your girls. It's on me. Contessa finds out that Brandy's husband paid for this little event. Well, it ain't no little event. It's her event for her dinner. And she instantly gets an attitude and is upset because Brandy's man is paying for her stuff and her man ain't paid for shit. Now, you can say that anybody can say something was thrown in Contessa's face, or they not even comparable what Contessa had versus Brandy. They're not comparable, boo. They're not. One is a dinner party with her girls, and one is a big old $40,000 shindig. So I don't understand if Contessa is like, oh, I threw this lavish party with all these balloons and Soul Train lines and all of this other stuff, um, with the pimps up and the hose down. I threw this lavish party, and here we are at a dinner party in a strip mall. Girl, Contessa. Girl, you the shadiest of them all, girl. And I'm like, girl, your jealousy is just like right here. It's sitting right here, right here, or right here. You so insecure and so jealous, girl. I'm like, why would you even say that? Then she says, do we have to pray to are we praying to God, or are we praying to her husband and thanking him? Well, we know we can't thank your husband for the shit he done did for you, because your husband don't do shit for you. Anyway, so before all of that, because I done jumped all the way basically toward the end or whatever. So, what is it? Simone and her kids and her husband, they getting together, and Simone is talking about they getting together at Simone's other house where her kids are. And these children done got some pasta for their parents to eat. And they done put the pasta on top of the paper wrapping, the advertising of the product and the brand. Put the pasta on top of that. I wish I had one of my little tin things in here, because it's nasty. I just want to know, I'm just jumping the gun, because this whole scene, it was real life, but it was interesting to see, because they were being real, but it was also sad to see for me, because I'd be like, you know, like sometimes you be thinking like, or you think like people, because they have more money, they are more mentally grounded and stable and well-rounded. That don't mean nothing. Just because somebody's bank account is bigger than yours or whatever, a lot bigger. Because, not Heavenly, what's this girl name? Simone and Cecil, they have done a disservice to their children. Their children are unappreciative. They are unaware about real world stuff, reality. They're not even cognizant of taking wrapping off of tin foil and washing the foil, or whatever, the foil pans or whatever. They don't know how to do basic household stuff. If you have to come over to your children's a condo, grown ass children's condos, and you have to put on a hazmat suit and clean up said condo. See, this is where Simone and went wrong. See, I can't fault them for having money. That's a wonderful thing. Everybody needs money, needs lots of money. But it's kind of what you do with it, but it's also the frame of mind that you have. You can have lots of money and you can shower your children with things, but you also need to teach them how to appreciate things. And your children are not appreciative. They are not considerate of their parents, who are their elders. Y'all haven't taught them to respect their elders at all, and you sure ain't taught them to respect, as men, to respect the women in your life, because y'all son talked to Simone like she shit, like she his bitch or his hoe. And y'all all of the men in Simone's family act like Simone is y'all hoe, and y'all got her out here on the streets pimping her. And that is so trifling and foul. And then for Cecil to be doing and saying the stuff that he doing, agreeing with his young son, who has no idea about the depth and work and sacrifice that his mother has paved for him. But Cecil been here all along. Her husband has been there all along, and he don't give a F about Simone feelings. He don't give a F about the time that she's taken to learn all of these things and the blood, sweat, and tears that she's done. And I've heard people say, well, this is the life that they live and this, that, and the other. This is the life that they live. But let me just preface this to you this way. If it were two girls that Simone was raising, her life would be totally different, because Simone would have raised them totally different. She would have raised them to be hardworking, to be this, and this. And then this is the problem I have with black women in our society, in our culture, in my culture, is that we raise our daughters and we baby our sons. And I don't like it at all. It is trifling, and it does a disservice to the boys, and it does a disservice to the girls. Our culture, and I'm saying our culture, my culture, the African American culture, to me, what I've noticed is that you will raise your daughters to be wives and raise your sons to be straight up hoes and pursue their career and not be considerate of other people's feelings and not to even look at women like they're human beings, but y'all raise y'all sons to use women. As a tool to get off. Not somebody to fall in love with. And that's the problem. So herein lies her son Michael telling his mother, if I don't like your response, then I'm just going, I think he said something about feeding her food to the dog or something like that. Boy, you ain't even paid for the food. You ain't the money that you spent to get that food, that's your mama money. The clothes that's on your back, that's your mama's money. The house that you living in, the Jeep that you refuse to drive in, that's off of your mama's money and back. And then I hear that Simone still went and bought this boy a Tesla. So Simone, you teaching your son, you done raise your son to be bitches. And I ain't even saying women, because we ain't no bitches. Where are the kings? Because there's a lot of queens out here. And I'm not talking about my LGBTQIA brothers and sisters. I'm talking about these people, these men that are supposed to be heterosexual men that's raising their children up, raising their sons to be men, head of the household, as y'all love to say, to be the head, to be the leader, to be the one that leads, and let the women follow or submit to. We can't submit to this mess. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You ain't got no vision. And where you going off of your mama's back. And your wife's back, Cecil. Cecil, mama and daddy ought to be ashamed. Cecil ought to be ashamed. But see, I would probably hurt my husband's feelings if he was any man like Cecil, because Cecil ain't no leader. Cecil is not a provider. He ain't a protector. You see how he treats Simone? He go against Simone, against their own doggone children. And she giving you the best thing in life. Maybe it ain't the best thing in life. I'm like, Cecil's so trifling. And you know what? It kind of lets me see, it took me back today when I was thinking about it, how Simone clowned so much when she and Jackie fell out, and she was her Jackie and Heavenly got closer. Simone had lost her sounding board, really, I think. When I look at all of this mess, I really believe that Simone depended on Jackie as her sounding board. Jackie was her person, because in her family on this side, she got my 3 sons, the one I sleep with and these other 2 that I had. but they all her sons. And I don't know no woman that want to be bothered with some sons, except for the ones that she done birthed. But it's hard to have the person that I created these sons with be just as stupid, if not more ignorant than the one I believe Simone, she can be angry with her kids, but she know that they young and dumb. But when she look at this man that she done came up with the 80s and the 90s with, and got him out of his mama house and brought him to her house, see, you ain't nothing but a mama, Simone. I hate to tell you, he done transferred one titty for the next. Cause Cecil need to grow the hell up. He talking about he stayed with his mom and them until he said till him and Simone got together. So then Simone had to be your mama. Girl, it's too much work. Y'all men be putting too much work on women, and then y'all be saying that we act like we men. Hell, y'all put us in this position. We don't want to do all of that. And then you want us to be strippers at home when we get home. We tired. Y'all need to we need a little rest and reprieve. We go to work. We got to drop our kids off at wherever they at, daycare. Some of them going to school and this, that, and the other. We go to work thinking about our kids, but we still got to work, hoping that the babysitter don't choke our kids or beat them or whatever else. And they get back home safely to when I got to go pick them up. God forbid you got to pick them up because, you know, you a man. And you got to go play with your friends. Y'all a bit much. That's all I got to say. That ain't all I got to say, but I'm just saying y'all a bit much. I just think I agree with Heavenly when she, you know, I saw Heavenly talking about Simone and stuff, and like Simone, when it comes to the women, she gets on my damn nerve, but I see a different side of Simone, or I understand some things more about Simone. All of this hollering and screaming and yelling or whatever, Simone don't be heard. She don't have people that really listen to her in her house. So she does value friendship, but she wants it the way she wants it. But at the same time, you have to, I know doggone well. At the same time, you have to show yourself friendly with your friends. And I think Simone really needs to go to some type of counseling, to be honest, because she is so bogged down, and she probably is depressed with dealing with her kids and her husband, because she has created these monsters, her and Cecil, and then it's like she kind of sees on the back end, this ain't what it's hitting for. So it's really sad to see, but it's really enlightening to see, and also kind of encouraging, because everybody, I don't know who thought they had it together, but we know that they don't. But people think that a lot of times just because people are on TV, they got it together and all this other stuff like that. Well, they ain't got it together. We know that. We see Heavenly over here with her child. We see Simone with her children and stuff like that. And everybody have issues. But the thing is how are you raising your children? How are you treating your spouses? And y'all men on this show, y'all trifling as hell to me. And I don't know. I'll just be like, it's just crazy. I could not live with a man that don't help me, that ain't leading me. Because I am too, it's just, who's leading? Where are we going? What are you doing? You want women to be feminine. Simone can't be feminine because she doing all the work. She planning everything, and God forbid. And then Cecil gonna say, she said, what if I die before this child graduate? Cecil, like you know, if the Lord want to send you home, you probably would die. Ooh, child. It's so trifling to me. He don't care nothing about that woman, you ask me. Anyway, so that's just the gist of it. Quad is getting what do you call them shots? I was about to say fertilization shots. Quad is trying to have a baby, her King. Well, I think Quad is trying to have King's baby. King ain't trying to have Quad baby, girl. When people be telling you shit, listen to what they say and believe what they say. They ain't misspoke. Shit. King ain't misspoke. He said he been trying to dodge this bullet for I don't know how long. So he ain't trying to have no kids. So as long as you understand that, Quad, and you know that, go right ahead. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that King don't love you. I ain't saying that King don't like you. I ain't even saying that King ain't gonna take care of that baby. Financially, he might, but that ain't what he want. So I was talking to one of my homeboys the other day, and he was telling me that him and his wife, they knew each other for like 9 or 10 years. They were best friends. And she knew that he didn't want any kids, and he knew that she wanted kids. He wasn't backing down, and she wasn't backing down. Well, they ended up compromising, and they had one child. She wanted to have another child, and he was like, hell to the no. And I think he told me that he got a vasectomy because it was never in his plan to have any children. But they have a beautiful child today, and they love their child and everything like that. But even when I talked to him today, like their kid is in college. But when I talked to him today, he was like, I meant that, and I mean that today. It's like, dang. So people, they tell you what they want or whatever. He didn't even want that baby initially. But once he saw his child, he loves it. He loves his child, loved his child. But he still was adamant about, I didn't want no kids, and I still don't want no kids. I'm happy I have my child. But no, I don't want no kids. But anyway, so I'm saying all of that to say is when people tell you that they don't want no kids, trust and believe them. Now I'm sitting there in awe listening to this fool tell me this or whatever. But I just say fool because that's my homeboy. But that was his feelings, you know, and you have to stick to that, and you have to understand that. If I was his wife, I'd be like, all right, that's gonna be my best friend or whatever. But they are happily married or whatever, and they're doing good. But I would have been like, yeah, he don't want to have no kids. Sometimes women, we will think that we can change people's mind, or we'll think we can change a man's mind after so long. Like Contessa is saying, well, I think, you know, we done been together 20 years, and I think by 30 he'll be able to throw me parties, and he'll be able to love me the way I want him to. Girl, please. If he ain't loving you 20 years in, I don't know what the hell you there for. You gonna have 30 years a slave. But go right ahead. And that's what Simone is saying, girl. He ain't listening. He is not listening. I'm 30 years in, and this man right here still is the same ninja that he was back in 93. Girl. So that's all I'm saying. When you pick your people, just know that that's who they are. Unless the Lord changes them, unless they want to change. But yeah, I would say the episode was really, really good. It was very interesting, and it totally pissed me off in several ways. But hell, your own family and children piss you off in several ways too, girl. But I hope that we see what's going on. But let me say, then it was another thing. Simone, when she was with the kids and her husband, she walked out and she had told Michael, I have given you, what did she say? I have given you everything. I have given you everything. I think she said something like my whole entire life. And it ain't enough. And I was like, how do you think that? She was saying also that I've just come to realize that you are and so entitled. Girl, you just not realizing your child entitled? This child is 20-some years old. He been entitled. And you know that. Or either you've been real absent. And Cecil ought to be ashamed of himself because he ain't did nothing. You supposed to make your children better than you. And these are people that look just like you, Cecil. They're your image. They're your lineage. They represent you. And you done raised up some piss poor grown ass boys. But what do you expect? Because Cecil is damn near 60. And he still think he about 22. Girl, let me get off this. I'm about to say, let me get off this phone because I be done hurt somebody's feelings real quick because it don't make no sense where you see all this mess going on with these people or whatever, and people talking about Damon and Heavenly. I'd be glad if my man was handling business with my kids and I ain't got to worry about it. But that's just me. But let me know so these hoes don't throw it up in my face. And let me know everything is good. You know what I'm saying? But I would rather have my man take care of the lightweight. Or really the lightweight is the hard weight. So I would rather him do all of that than to be raising, than to not be raising. Because Cecil ain't raised nothing but some hellions. And some mammy's boys. And then I heard that y'all went to, I heard that Simone's sons got girlfriends. Houseway. They ain't got no jobs. So Simone, you taking care of the girlfriends too? Girl. You a good one, Simone. You real good. Your sons wouldn't have not nan chick. And y'all done went on family trips and stuff like that. Simone, why you didn't make your sons get a job when they was in college? Cecil, why you didn't make your sons get a job when they were in college? You haven't taught them to be a provider at all. Not even for providing for women, but providing for themselves. But you think it's okay for them to have them to ride the back of your wife for the rest of her life? You must be out your damn mind. I need to get off this phone, y'all, because I done got so upset. I'm upset about this. I can't believe how these Negroes be sitting around here thinking that women's supposed to do every damn thing. We gotta work. We gotta take care of your needs, the kids' needs. Who the hell taking care of my damn needs? And Simone's sitting here hollering and screaming, talking about it's always 3 against 1. Girl, I would shut all that shit down since it was 3 against 1. It'll be me by my damn self, and I'll close them damn bank accounts down and go on a vacation, and them jokers wouldn't know what happened. Around here spending $60-some thousand, and you ain't got no $60,000 career. You ain't even got a $20,000 career, let alone $60,000 career, and you just spending up your mama good money. Your mama tired and she ready to retire, but she trying to slave around here and stay on the pole for your tail. Child, that's my review of Married to Medicine, child. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these kids and their parents and stuff like that. I know I don't went on a rant and all of this stuff like that, but these are good topics. Do you think that it's okay if a spouse handle some business and they don't tell you about it till later on? Do you think it's okay to have your parents paying for everything, not just your schooling, but them paying for your vehicles, your new vehicles, even if you want a new vehicle or whatever, your house, your lodging, buying you a separate place. If I got 2 houses, why I need to get you a condo? But anyway, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Contessa and her party? Did you think that it was cool of her, what she said to Brandy? And let me know why you think it was cool that she said that stuff to Brandy and why you think that's okay. Do y'all think so? Toya basically checked Contessa and told her, girl, you always talking about your husband. My people told me that Toya is the shit starter. Do y'all think Toya is the shit starter, or is she just laying it out on the table? Y'all let me know. I know I'm cracking up laughing because there's some other stuff I can say, but I ain't gonna say it. But I'm gonna go because it's been like 30 some minutes, and I just wanted to come on here really quick and talk about this episode of Married to Medicine. It's season 12, episode 3. It's on Bravo. It was a good episode. I liked it. It was very interesting, and it's like stuff that we all have to talk about is money, bills, finances, managing funds, being considerate, having good life skills, being respectful. All of these things we all can relate to. So let me know what y'all think about this episode, and I'll holler back at y'all. Peace out, homies. Love y'all. Bye.